Today I've got the new Calvin Heimburg 2025 Tour Series Destroyer. Let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome back to Disrespect Disc Golf. I'm super stoked for this video. I'm going to be reviewing some destroyers, mainly highlighting and covering the new Calvin Heimburg Tour Series Destroyer for 2025. This is going to come out today, actually. So Innova releases this destroyer today. Comes in a lot of different colors. I've got this kind of greenish yellow middle with the green rim. And these are actually going for $27 retail. This is Halo plastic. These are usually going to be in the 173 to 175 grams for the weight. This thing is brand new. Halo Star plastic feels absolutely incredible as well. There it is up close. I have no clue what the stability is going to be yet. Don't know much about this disc at all. But here's the cool thing. We've got two of the destroyers that I'm going to compare this to. These are also very new destroyers that just recently came out. I'm going to compare this to the Philo Lightweight Destroyer. This is 168 grams in this awesome blue color. Also, I'm going to compare the new Calvin Destroyer to this Halo Bloomroos Destroyer. These are actually the Tour Series. I believe this is Glow. If you can't tell, this one is definitely the flattest destroyer. Can definitely tell that in the hand, noticeably flatter than these other ones. You can see the Halo Bloomroos on the left compared to Philo. Philo is a lot domier, and then I think that this new Calvin one is kind of in between those two domes. Not too domey, but not too flat either. It may not be crazy pop top, but it definitely has a slight dome to it. As far as the plastic, yeah, this I believe it's Glow Halo. This one feels pretty good, honestly. It even has some of those little bubbles on the rim, kind of like those little blizzard bubbles or whatever. So this one might bomb. The Philo one also has kind of like that little bubbling on the rim there, and definitely pop top. You can kind of tell. Slight, not as much, and then this one shouldn't have any. Just barely anything at all, honestly. So let's compare the dome of these two ones here. The new Calvin compared to the Philo. Philo's definitely got more dome, which I would assume that means more glide as well. I would say that this new Calvin one's probably going to be the most stable out of these. And then next in stability, and I would say the Philo's the most understable. Check these out if you guys are interested in buying this new Calvin Destroyer or any of these destroyers. Please go and check out Par On Disc Golf here in Jacksonville, Florida. If you guys are local, if you play at Austin, Trinity, Springfield, New World, courses like that, please go and check out Par On Disc Golf over on Monument Road. And they've got an awesome selection, all the new discs. Like I said, this one launches today from Innova, so it'll be on their factory store. I imagine places like Infinite Discs and stuff like that will have it as well. But if you're local in Jax, go support Par On and support your local disc shop. Support your local disc golf shop. Yeah, let's get into it. We've got a lot of wind, which is great. I'm going to throw these backhand and forehand and give you my full review on this and see how it compares to these other new destroyers. And the artwork is sick too. I mean, just they're so good. I'm drooling. Amazing. Go pick them up. Let's see how they fly. Okay, so these first shots here are going to kind of show you what these fly like for more of a beginner. I haven't warmed up, so my arm speed is not going to be as fast because the first shot. So if you're new to disc golf, these are going to fly like this. MA3, MA2 arms will fly like this. We'll go with the Philo Lightweight Destroyer first. Going to throw these very light so you can see these on different arm speeds. The Halo Bloomroos one, not as aggressive. And then we'll go with the new Calvin Tour Series 2025 Destroyer, probably the most stable. So they're all gonna fly pretty similar. That one has a huge skip though. But for slower arm speeds, these are gonna be very, very stable and very, very reliable for you. Now let's bump it up to probably like MA1 type arm speeds and see how they fly. Oh gosh, what are you doing? Whew, man, that thing, beefy. That Calvin one is beef. There's like a 10 to 15 mile per hour headwind. Wow. Let's see how these discs do on a water carry. 320 to the pin, 300 or so to clear the water. Water skip. That Calvin one's definitely the most stable. Green Calvin faded out the most. Henna right there, and then the Philo, the straightest one, is up there. This is a situation where these discs have to get left. So really gonna test the overstability on these 3 destroyers now. Also gonna test my awareness to make sure I don't slip on this. I don't think this was like this a day or two ago. So very sketchy footing there. Yeah, just kind of on a hyzer at those 2 big trees straight ahead. I'm gonna go with the Bloomroos first. Surprisingly more stable than I thought so far. But I think it is like the Glow Halo, so probably the plastic that's making it stable, because it is pretty flat. Head, right to left wind. Oh, that's great. That's parked. Yeah, at the base of that tree. Philo Destroyer. Oh, definitely some more pushing straight flight on that one. A lot farther too. Now the beefy boy. It's crazy, like I never think that Calvin's destroyers are always gonna be crazy stable every year. And there's probably destroyers that are way more stable than this, but it just never looks like crazy aggressive in the hand, but it just always has that crazy bite to it. Just look at that. I'm putting like almost everything I have into that, and that's like 300 feet maybe. Granted, there's a little bit of headwind kind of pushing it down and pushing it back, but that thing is stable. If you guys are looking for a really stable disc, like I said, check out Paron. They've got a bunch of those Calvin destroyers in stock now. All sorts of colors. Check them out, they're sweet. Forehand time. I'm gonna shake it up. We're gonna go with the Calvin first this time. Looking for a big flare. Yeah, parked. Straighter push. Still a big flare. A little bit more distance though, because it's straighter. I like this one the best for the forehand because it's the flattest. Yeah, still such good stability on it though. Under the basket. Those are so good. For reference, there's the Philo. Basket is right here. We got the Calvin almost parked, and then the Henna absolutely under the basket right there. It's about a 300-foot shot on the forehand. You can see most stable, a little bit less stable, but still very stable, and the straightest for sure. On this shot, I'm specifically looking for a big skip. Right side, skip it way up to the left. I need a big flare for this type of shot. Let's see which destroyer can deliver this. So overstable. Holy moly! Almost aced the short basket. Philo. It's just so much straighter. But, big high skip. Wide rims. It did take longer for it to get down. So if you need something for like a tunnel shot, that's a quick turn left. The Philo is not going to do that for you because it's going to go too far straight before hooking up. This is the one you want for a shorter, reliable skip shot. Even with that much height, it still jumped up. So impressive. Philo, tailwind. Go in the basket, please. Oh. Bloomroos. Dive quickly. Okay, a little short. These are ace runs, by the way, if that's not already obvious. Oh, you're so beefy. I tried to put that farther right. Didn't happen. Time for a little 200-foot ace run with these bad boys. See what they can do. Maybe. Skip. What? I thought that was in the chains. Jump in there. Too far. Get left. Too much. Too much gas, dang it. This shot calls for big skip ace. Good line. Oh, dead sand skip. 2 more chances here. Big skip. Also parked. Big flare, big flare. Nope. 3 park jobs, 3 words. First word, get. Second word, A. Third word, destroyer. Get a destroyer. 3 park jobs. I can't sell them any more than that. I did miss the aces, that's true. Shoot, oh well. All right, now I'm gonna test these puppies out on Anheuser. I'm gonna do forehand and then kind of flex it, see if it'll come back with stability. Yeah, definitely. Parked. Perfect. This one might have to do a little bit more height because it's not quite as beefy. Yeah, holds the turn for a little bit. A little fade at the end, just a slight fade though. Calvin. Yeah. Skipping the basket or just going. Oh! Woo-wee! Landed right at the pin. Skip ace attempt. Too stable. Oh, that's all she wrote. That's the 2025 Calvin Heimburg Tour Series Destroyer. Super beef. I haven't thrown all the rest of his Tour Series, but I imagine it's not the beefiest and not the domiest, but still crazy stable. Anybody can use this for a forehand. Holds up to a crazy amount of torque. You saw me crank this on forehand, crank it on backhand. This thing is never turning over. It's gonna fight any type of wind for you, no matter what. In comparison, it was more stable than the Bloomroos Destroyer, but just by a hair. I think this one kind of had the same flare and fade at the ends, but it pushed straighter for just a tad longer. And then the Philo was clearly the straightest Destroyer. This one is 168 grams, the one that's just gonna fly the straightest before hooking up. And also a good glide because of the dome. That's kind of my thoughts on the differences. Let me know in the comments, do you guys bag Destroyers? Are you interested in getting your hands on the new one? Maybe you're a Destroyer nerd. Maybe you hate Destroyers. Maybe you throw a different 12-speed stable mold for your distance drivers. But either way, let me know and go check it out. Like and subscribe as always, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.